In the serene expanse of heaven, a somber silence fell upon the angelic host. The once harmonious realm now bore the scars of a great conflict. The angels, who had once celebrated an eternal joy, now mourned the loss of their brethren, and the rift that marred their celestial home.
How could it have come to this? Our brother Lucifer, whom we loved, has fallen so far.
His pride and ambition led him astray. We fought bravely, but the pain of betrayal lingers in our hearts.
We must find solace in the Almighty's wisdom. He has a plan, even amidst this sorrow.
Still, it is hard to comprehend. The joy of heaven feels dimmed by this shadow.
We must remain steadfast and continue to serve with unwavering faith. The Almighty's light will guide us through this darkness.
And so the angels of heaven, though heavy with grief, vowed to uphold their divine duty. In their sorrow, they found strength, their loyalty to the Creator unshaken, as they awaited the unfolding of His grand design. In the serene expanse of heaven, the Almighty looked down upon His creation with loving eyes. He observed Adam, the first man, tending to the garden. And the Almighty brought to the man all the animals, and Adam named each of the creatures brought before him. Lions roared, birds sang, and the myriad of animals paraded past, each receiving its name from Adam's lips. Yet, amidst this diversity, there was no helper suitable for the man. Seeing Adam's solitude, the Almighty decided to create a companion. He caused Adam to fall into a deep sleep, peaceful and undisturbed. As Adam slept, God gently took one of his ribs and closed up the place with flesh. From this rib, he skillfully formed a woman, a being of grace and beauty destined to be Adam's partner. When Adam awoke, God presented the woman to him. His heart filled with joy and wonder, Adam recognized her as bone of his bones and flesh of his flesh. She was to be called woman, for she was taken out of man. Together, they stood as the pinnacle of God's creation, united in harmony and purpose, ready to walk together in the Garden of Eden. Amidst the perfection of the Garden of Eden, a shadow crept unnoticed.
Will be my new domain. You who created the majesty of this universe. Oh, how I shall ravage your glorious work. One simple perfection at a time.
With cunning and stealth, the devil, cloaked in deception, slipped past the vigilant eyes of the angels. His malevolent presence went undetected as he slithered through the lush foliage, intent on corrupting God's masterpiece. The garden, vibrant with life and innocence, was about to face the darkest of trials as the serpent's sinister plan unfolded. In the heart of the Garden of Eden, Adam stood beside Eve, his newly formed companion. With a sense of wonder and pride, he introduced her to the paradise that surrounded them. They walked hand in hand through the lush, verdant landscape, where every tree bore fruit and flowers bloomed in radiant colors. As they continued their walk, Adam showed Eve the rivers that flowed through the garden, their waters clear and pure. This was their home, a gift from God, filled with everything they needed. Here, they lived in harmony with all creation. Together, Adam and Eve explored every corner of Eden, their hearts full of gratitude and awe. They were the stewards of this paradise, entrusted with its care and beauty, and they marveled at the divine handiwork that surrounded them. Adam pointed out the creatures that roamed the garden. The lizards, great and small, the smaller ones showing off God's creativity and might. The greater lizard, the behemoth, displays his power in his stride. The lion, majestic and strong, yet gentle in this place of peace. Birds filled the air with melody, their songs creating a harmonious symphony. Eve marveled at the diversity and beauty of the animals, each one named by Adam himself. Now the serpent was more cunning than any other animal in the field. Slithering silently through the underbrush, its eyes glinted with a sinister intelligence. Unlike the other creatures in the garden, the serpent carried a hidden agenda, a malevolent intent. It sought out Eve, drawn to her innocence and curiosity, ready to weave a web of deceit that would change the course of humanity forever.
Eve, did God tell you not to eat of any tree in the garden?
The serpent's words was calculated to sow doubt in Eve.
God said that we may eat from any tree in the garden, but the one that is in the middle of the garden we shall not eat, lest you die.
You shall not die, for God knows in the day that you do eat of it your eyes will be open, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil.
Eve stands before the forbidden tree of knowledge, its fruit enticingly ripe. Despite God's command, she feels a magnetic pull. The serpent's whisper tempts her with promises of wisdom. Torn, Eve plucks the fruit and takes a bite, its sweetness tinged with guilt. She offers it to Adam, who, despite his hesitation, also eats. As they do, the once pure paradise begins to shift, their innocent world tainted by the weight of their choice and the onset of a uncertain reality. In the cool of the evening, the serene Garden of Eden is interrupted by the sound of footsteps. God descends to walk among his creation, his presence filling the air with a divine weight. Adam and Eve, their hearts pounding with fear and guilt, hear his approach. Panic grips them as they realize the gravity of their disobedience.
Adam, where are you? Where are you?
I heard your voice in the garden, but I was afraid because I was naked. So I hid myself.
Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree of which I commanded you not to eat?
The woman whom you gave to be with me, she gave me of the tree and I ate.
What is this you have done?
The serpent deceived me, and I ate.
Serpent, because you've done this, you are more cursed than all cattle, and more than every beast of the field. On your belly you shall go, and you shall eat dust all the days of your life. And I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed. He shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel. I will greatly multiply your sorrow and your conception. In pain you shall bring forth children. Your desire shall be for your husband, and he shall rule over you. The voice of your wife have eaten from the tree of which I commanded you, saying, you shall not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for your sake. In toil you shall eat of it all the days of your life. Thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you.
So the Lord God made for them clothes out of animal skin, and put the man and woman out of the garden. And he placed an angel at the gate of the garden to stop them from entering back into the garden.
Adam and Eve's fall, a profound shift occurs in the cosmos. The devil and his angels, sensing their victory, lay claim to the earth. The once harmonious world is now marred by a shadow of separation from God.